assumptions first. It is that I am a management trainee at Best Price Modern Wholesale. For the uninitiated, Best Price Modern Wholesale is a joint venture between Bharti and Walmart in India, the first of its kind. And the audience comprises middle managers across all functional departments in this organization. So I have to give a presentation on cash versus accrual basis in accounting, and this is made even more important by the fact that this organization has been started only earlier this year, and the sooner the better. That's the idea. Good afternoon, everyone. Now, before we can start recording our business transactions, it's imperative that we choose an accounting practice which suits us best. Now, the crucial difference between these two methods of accounting lies in the way we record our cash transactions. So, the first method, that is the cash basis in accounting, says that transactions can be recorded in the books if and only if cash has changed hands and not otherwise. This cash can be either received from customers towards sales or can be paid out by the company towards purchase of goods, in both ways. But cash should change hands. That's the concept. On the contrary, accrual basis of accounting says that transactions have to be recorded in the books only when the transactions have taken place, whether cash has changed hands or not. For example, if goods have been sold on credit, this corresponding amount corresponding to the sales can be moved to a temporary account called amounts receivable until the payment has been made. And similarly, for goods which have been purchased on credit, it can be moved to an account called amounts payable. Well, now we need to look more and take stock of the situation in our enterprise. Now, our business is chiefly wholesale cash and carry business, so the orders will mostly be in bulk. And unlike in retail stores, we cannot expect customers to pay the full amount in one installment. So, which means that most of the sales, if not all, will be on credit. And this is to further the fact in question here. And this shows the split of the sales across credit and cash in 3 of Walmart's partially owned wholesale ventures in 3 countries, that is Mexico, UK and Japan. And it's very obvious from the graph that most of the sales are on credit. Now, given the scenario, if we go with cash basis of accounting, there is absolutely no provision to account for payments which are due from customers in the future or due by us towards suppliers. Another example. So let's assume that our accounting period lasts for a month, and at the end of every month, we prepare our financial statement. Now, in the month of July, let's assume that we have made a purchase worth ₹10,000 and it is shown on the board. Now, we have made a credit sales of worth ₹15,000 on July 30th, which is not shown in the cash basis. Now, at the end of the accounting period, we end up showing a loss in the cash basis, whereas we end up showing a profit of ₹5,000, which is actually the right figure. And in the next accounting period, that is in August, this cash has been remitted by the customer and now it is shown under the cash basis. And the temporary account under accrual basis has been nullified. So now the profit is shown as ₹15,000 in a month where no purchase or sales have been made. So, and this is a detailed report on financial statements of a sample which I have collected. You can just circulate this around. This is a take-home kind of thing. And this is the main reason as to why you should move on the accrual basis in accounting. But there is always a flying joint. The fact is, under this basis of accounting, that is accrual basis, we can show phenomenal profits, but still we might be having only zero on our bank balance, which is not done. So, what we should do is, periodically we should monitor our cash reserves and we should follow accrual basis of accounting to get the best of both worlds. Thank you. Questions, please?
Does this work only for a startup, or is it something that can be whatever you are advising now?
No, change is always good. If a company is following cash basis of accounting, it's always good to move on to accrual basis in the long run, because startups usually don't feel the need to go for accrual basis initially, but as the business expands, they come under increasing pressure to move on to accrual basis, which is it gives the real picture. It matches the expenses with the revenues under the accounting period. Whereas for startups, it's actually convenient to go with cash basis. But as we move on, we need to do accrual basis. And for a company like Best Price Modern Wholesale, which has inventories which are categorized into 6,000 items, obviously it's a startup, but it's a mega startup. So we
have a lot of inventory and we have a lot of products that we sell which are perishables, food products.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to accounting for sales and inventory of food products, perishables which can perish in a matter of week, days, hours, what would you advise as the best method? Cash method or accrual method? There could be returns in food products.
Actually, this has been made in, this table has been prepared keeping in mind perishable goods, because Walmart actually deals with such goods mostly actually. The thing is, this purchase of rupees 10,000 should not be actually accounted as loss if it is categorized as an inventory. But whereas if it's a perishable good, that's the reason why I have assumed that accounting period lasts for 1 month, because perishable goods, like you said, don't last for more than a few weeks. So at the end of this accounting period, this purchase will translate to nothing. So that's why we report it as a loss. So this should not be reported as a loss, because we have actually sold the goods worth rupees 10,000 for rupees 15,000. So this table shows as to why we need to go for accrual basis in the case of companies dealing with perishable goods.
What happens if we get returns from customers?
Right.
Let's say you're either selling in bulk or you're selling retailing food products. Sometimes, some of them are spoiled, like things where we get returns. All food, we have a huge number of returns which we in turn deal with the manufacturers, etc.
Yes, and that's explained with this as well. There is no provision to record. Actually, in accrual basis, we have this wonderful concept called creating provisions in advance. Actually, even for depreciation, we create a provision for everything actually. But in cash basis, there is no provision at all. So, it makes it a very tedious job in the case of getting returns. And that's further to this fact here. There is no provision to record and track money at all. There is no concept of creating a provision at all. Everything is cash. There is no such thing called a temporary account. Everything is cash account. One account, basically. And amount is either debited or credited towards that account. Your bank account probably or just cash.
Okay, thanks.